This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
Views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL, but I'll give you a little hint. You're encouraged to like and share them on social media because it's time for CARE-OLOGY, the science of caring, brought to you by CARE. I'm still getting it right. Hosted by the one and only Roxy.
Thank you, Cliff. How are you doing, everyone? I can't believe the week has gone by so quickly and so much has gone on, but you just were listening to the news, so I don't have to remind you. But if you are tuning in for the first time with us, welcome. My name is Roxy, and we welcome to CARE-OLOGY, where this is the science of caring, where we talk to individuals in our community, nonprofits, businesses that go ahead and give something back to the community. And today we have a very special show. I've been waiting 2 months for this show, Cliff. I really have. This one.
This is a big one you've been waiting for.
And I don't really wait for too many shows. Everyone's important, but I've really been waiting on this show.
You have had some fantastic topics on this show so far.
We have. We've had some really good shows, but I just want to say if you're tuning in with us for the first time, welcome. And for those that are always with us on social media, listening to us live at the radio, Alexa, tune in, welcome back. We are so happy to have you. And again, I am so glad to be back. And today is Tuesday, and I found out, Cliff, today is Tell the Truth Day tomorrow. July 7th is Tell the Truth Day.
Oh, tomorrow's Tell the Truth Day.
Tomorrow's Tell the Truth Day.
I need to remember that because the morning show will be on it. They'll be on it like a hip pocket.
So do you know that the study of university in California say the average person tells at least 2 lies a day? And this study was done July 2020. So if we've already been through, this is 2021. So imagine what we're doing now, but we're going to leave that for tomorrow. But our hearts are still going out and our prayers are going out to the families at Surfside in Miami. It is just still tragic. And we're just, to the men and women that are out there looking to go ahead and find someone in the rubble, which would be a miracle. Our hearts and prayers go out to you, and we just want to put that out there. You can never have too much prayer. And for those that are new and are wondering, what is she talking about? CARE-OLOGY is a subsidiary of CareBag Incorporated. CareBag Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit here on the Treasure Coast, and we also go into Palm Beach. Our mission is very simple. We provide access to proper hygiene for the wellness of our community. We have the first mobile hygiene pantry in the state of Florida. We also have 2 mobile shower units, and our office is open every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you want to go and hear more about us, just go to givecarebag.com. Thank you, Claire. Go to givecarebag.com and you can go ahead and you can find all about what we do in our community. We cover, like I said, the entire Treasure Coast. We have thousands of children that are considered homeless. We have hundreds and thousands of homeless individuals, and unfortunately we do not have a shelter, and we talk about that every Tuesday. It never gets old because that's just the truth. That's just the way it is. I love animals. I'm a big pit bull lover, and we have plenty of animal shelters, and the amount of animal shelters we have, we should at least have one place so man could lay their head out of the elements. That is what a shelter is, a place where you can go to find refuge in an emergency out of the elements. We don't have a homeless shelter because according to the powers that be, we don't have a homeless problem. But I guarantee you in the next few days, this is what you're going to hear on the news. We have an emergency shelter open for our homeless. And to me, that's just a whole lot of hogwash. But we're not going to get into that part of the show right now because like I said, I've been really looking forward to this topic. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my guest, but before I go ahead, I don't want to go on too much without reminding everyone about our 2021 Lexus UX 200 drawing that's coming up, and it is coming up December the 17th at 2 p.m. at our wonderful sponsor Lexus here in Fort Pierce. You can go there and look at the car. This is not a lease option, and the taxes are paid. And if we reach our goal, you would be able to get a car, no lease, taxes paid, and it is yours. And what a beautiful way to start the Christmas holiday off. What do you think?
Of course it is.
I think it's marvelous. We already had our first winner for the grill in June.
Do you suppose that they'll put a big red bow on it?
They will put any big bow on it. I happen to know them at Lexus, and they will put a bow on it.
December 17th at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. at Lexus, we're going to do it live. But before then, we already had our first winner in June, and we have another winner coming up in September 17th, and that is going to be for a JVC 55-inch 4K TV. It's a mouthful, but that's what it is. And that winner is coming up, and that is courtesy of Two Men in a Truck here on the Treasure Coast. And it's just, you can go to givecarebag.com and you can find out all our information. This is done independently by a company, so everything is above board. I have some people like, well, Roxy, this is too good to be true. It's not too good to be true. Go to Lexus right here off US 1 in Fort Pierce and ask if you can see that car. If you want to sit in it and see how you feel in your new car that you might win. I encourage everyone, because I can't play, Cliff.
No, neither can I, though.
Yeah, I can't play for the car, so
It's been that way for me my whole life in radio. Because that's, it's just, well, logic and common sense would indicate that radio station promotion and family members thereof shouldn't participate.
yeah, but I would look really good in that car, but it would look really bad as the CEO of CareBag winning.
Well,
Let's ask our guest. We have Dr. Geraldine Harrell with us. How would it look if I won?
I think you would look absolutely gorgeous in that.
You see that? That's what I'm talking about. I hope my board is listening. I would look gorgeous
but it
in it.
feels so good
Feels
to
so
give
good.
it away. To
I
be
know.
The one to,
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something, Cliff. When we went ahead and pulled the winner, I never knew who the winner was for our grill, Dr. Harrell. And all of a sudden, when the lady called me, I realized this was the pastor's wife that went ahead from the church and collected so many pairs of underwear for our mobile shower unit. And I was like, whoa, I was happy she won, but it got even better because this is somebody who contributed to CareBag and just, wow, their name was picked, their number was picked. And I was like,
somewhere between paying it forward and watching it cash in for somebody.
It's
It's wonderful.
cha-ching, it sure did. So I was real happy, but we have a drawing coming up. Tickets are still on sale. And our lowest ticket is just $25 for 12 tickets. I think you can't beat that. And one of those tickets can win. And if we pull your name for the prize in September, that's just a name we pull. It doesn't affect your prize. It doesn't affect your tickets for the drawing that we have in December. So we want to and all proceeds go ahead and assist CareBag Incorporated. We serve mothers. I talked about it last week, Cliff, about our little baby with the grandmother that called me. And he was born a little under 3 pounds. He is now a whopping 4.5 pounds.
Ooh.
His name is Hunter. Do not let me pull up my phone and show pictures. Bishop came by our office today and blessed him. And that was so nice. His name is Hunter. I'm going to show you pictures, Dr. Joe. I mean, he was just adorable, and for those that know, and I've been talking about it on my social media, his tests are coming back good. He's doing good. Grandma's doing good, and he's growing, and we're going to watch him grow. And he's our youngest. He is my tiniest, youngest client. Wow. And now he's CareBag's new little baby, and he's just adorable. He was born with unfortunately, his mom wasn't in a good place when he was born, so he has a lot of things that he's fighting through. His mom was a heroin addict, so he was born addicted to heroin. But you know what? He's pulling through. He's pulling through, and he's doing good. And Grandma went up north and got him, and she is a survivor. So our prayers go out, and we want to thank Bishop for what he did. He put some oil on that baby, doctor. Because, this is my show, so we could talk about anything on this show.
All right, great.
Okay, so he put some oil, he blessed them, and he just, put the power of just positivity over him, which was wonderful.
Great.
And you can say hallelujah. I heard you in the corner there. Go right ahead. You heard it there. Go right ahead. You can say hallelujah. Amen. Nobody's going to pull a plug on this one here. Hallelujah. So we are just grateful for him and grateful we've had so many people in the community that have come forward to bless this grandmother and help her because she just got him. The courts gave it to him, but she needed to get a birth certificate, Social Security. Now can go to the doctor. So many people are just pouring into him and blessing him. And that's what the community is about. That is what Careology, that is what Care Bag is about. And when something happens like this and it turns out to be so positive and so good, that's where I feel good.
Oh, yeah.
And I am just so grateful that Care Bag is around. And we want to keep Care Bag, because when she called us, she said, I have nowhere to go. And Kenya for 4 kids, we put her in touch with Kenya for 4 kids. We put her in touch with Graceway Village. All those nonprofits we've had on the show, we put her in touch with them, and they were able to just over in abundance bless her. So we are happy, and we want to keep Care Bag going. So if it's on your heart and you say, you know what, we want to keep Careology and Care Bag going, please make a donation to us. It's tax deductible, and it is going to go a long way. Only thing you have to do is go to givecarebag.com, or if you want to, just put Care Bag in Google, Care Bag Incorporated in Google. Our information will show up. You want to give me a call, find out more information, find out what we need, find out what we do. I am more than personally happy to talk to you. So, and our gala is coming up October 9th, and we're very excited about that. We're going to be at the Wyndham Grand Hotel. It's October 9th, and our theme is Dinner at Tiffany's, black tie. So, I know, so many of us haven't been able to put on a tuxedo, a beautiful gown, to just go out someplace safe. We're going to have security, and it's just, you're going to be able to see our mobile shower trailer, the Lexus UX the 2021 Lexus UX 200 is going to be there wrapped up in a big bow, Cliff.
Ooh.
I don't know what color bow they're going to wrap it in, but they told me it's going to have a bow.
Okay.
The car will be there so everyone could see. The shower unit will be there so everyone could see just what we do, how we do it, and we just do it good.
I think you'll be impressed when you go see all this, folks.
I think
Especially
they
the mobile
too.
shower unit, yeah.
The mobile shower will be there. Not only that, we had the mobile shower unit at the Salvation Army this Friday. We also had the Florida Community Health Centers. People came out to get their vaccine. And if you know anyone that is homeless, that is in need of a shower, if you want to come by and see what we do, how we do it, stop by every Friday at the Salvation Army right there in Fort Pierce on US 1. And we are there, and we're just serving our community. But now to my guest in the show, Cliff. Could we get an applause? There we go. Thank you. You see, we don't do that for many guests, Dr. Geraldine. We have Dr. Geraldine Harrell. You're pleased? We have Dr. Geraldine Harrell, and she is from the Florida Restoration Rights Restoration Coalition. Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. So they're like, well, Roxy, what is that all about? So let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about our Fourth Amendment. Everyone loves to talk about the Fourth Amendment. I mean, you know, Cliff, the minute something goes wrong, it's my Fourth Amendment. It's my Fourth Amendment. It's my Fourth Amendment. But a lot of people don't know the Fourth Amendment. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind that. And if we take the time to read and understand, we will start learning about our Fourth Amendment.
Our amendments are our constitutional rights.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Our Fourth Amendment protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures by the U.S. government. And that is what most people know.
Now, that includes U.S. government and local police officials and law enforcement.
That is correct.
They're all working for the government.
That's it. And a lot of people don't know that warrants are only issued by judges. So that means someone has to show undeniable. Now, if I'm wrong, Dr. Geraldine, you just come on in. That's it. They have to show a reasonable amount of proof to go ahead to do whatever they need to do. Okay? So the Fourth Amendment was added into the Constitution after the Constitution was ratified as part of the Bill of Rights on December 15, 1791. And I just want to give a shout out to, I think, the youngest producer on the face of this earth, Jet. Because, you know, Jet helps me.
Oh,
Jet
yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Jet, so much. I could have took a nap today because of this.
He could have taken over Rush Limbaugh's job.
Done a better job, but you know what? We're not gonna. I don't want this phone ringing, so we're not gonna go there. But yes, if anyone heard Jet a couple weeks ago, they will agree with you.
Everybody loves him. Our audience loves him.
Yes,
we know that. We found out.
Okay, we know our audience loves Jet. Another thing. Do you know that when most people might not know this, when people fly on airplanes, they generally lose their Fourth Amendment protections?
Really? you can be searched well, if you're on an airplane, you better not have any weapons because you're not supposed to. But is that so? Well, what, is it like being 2 miles offshore is international waters? That's why they go out there and gamble. But is the sky pretty much like that? Are you outside of the jurisdiction?
Look, I want y'all to listen to me. We will discuss that on the next CARE-OLOGY. See, I got everybody interested now. Jet, ooh, I owe you some ice cream. Okay. But the reason that we're here because of the Fourth Amendment, but we're here because of one thing: the restoration of civil rights of Florida. The restoration of civil rights restores to an applicant all the rights of citizenship of the state of Florida. We're only talking about Florida, so that's what we're talking about now. Enjoyed before a felony conviction, except the specific authority to own, possess, or use firearms. Such restoration shall not receive an application from the registration and notification requirements or any other obligations and restrictions imposed by law upon sexual predators or sexual offenders. So thank you, God. The sickos we have that are sexual predators and sexual offenders, this does not apply to them.
Absolutely.
Because this is my show. They need to be in a box locked up. Okay. I know Cliff is looking at me like, oh yeah, don't get me started on that one.
Well, it's your microphone.
That's right.
We have to remind everybody.
That's right. It's my microphone. Thank
And
you
I
very much.
agree.
Whose
That's
house
it.
are we in? We're in Roxy's house.
I
tonight.
love that. Roxy's house. We'll do a new show, Roxy's house.
Roxy's house. Hey, that'll be the sequel to this one.
There you go. I
CARE-OLOGY
like that.
live from Roxy's
house. I'm telling you, look, we get another pandemic, because if we get another pandemic, nobody's leaving nowhere. So we're going to do it from my house. But that's what we're going to, on a serious note, that's what we're going to talk about. Individuals go to prison. They've completed their time, the time that has been allotted by a judge, and said, because of your crime, I'm going to give you 5 years. And they go ahead and they complete their time, and they complete their 5 years. And they've done what they had to do in society, and now they are free.
And it's got to be a nonviolent crime by chance.
Well, you know what? Let's turn over.
You've got the authority here.
I know. Let's turn over to Dr. Geraldine Harrell. Just speaking to the mic, sweetie. Yeah. Please let us know. I'm just going to give just a story. Someone's done a felony. They've gotten 5 years prison time, and they've been released. What happens to them?
That individual comes home, and basically that individual is left with a grab bag. His rights are not restored because we believe that once you have did your time, your debt is paid. Mm-hmm. But we're back on the back end of it. We have the system that says, listen here, you must pay all your fees and fines in order for your rights to be restored.
Okay.
So this poll back in the days that, once you did something, it was done. But today, it's almost like poll tax.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're faced with obligation to pay the court costs, fees, anything that predominantly stops us from becoming a registered voter.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw out questions to you, not hard questions that surround this topic here. We've done 5 years. We've come out. We have all these taxes. Well, not taxes. We have all these fines and court fees and everything. So let's start with, how do we get a job now? That's the number thing. Because the first thing I'm thinking, if I come out 5 years in prison, someone has hurt my dog, and I go ballistic, and they put me in prison for 5 years now. And because someone's saying, oh, Roxy went there. Yeah, you hurt my dog. It's Roxy's house, okay? So you hurt my little pit bull, and the judge sentenced me to 5 years, and I come out now. Now I got to pay all these court costs. But now, how do I find a job?
Roxy, first of all, and forgive me, thank you for having me, first of all.
You're welcome.
FRC is a grassroots organization run by formerly convicted felons that has been formerly incarcerated. And so we're having our past that follows us. And so once we're released from out of prison, we're making a fresh start. There is nothing supplemented for us to become. We have to start at ground. Now, thank God that we have organizations that's giving us resources that we now can reach out. And lots of our resources are not helping those that have convicted felons. Remember back in the day that there was the box that stopped you from getting a job. Now you're a convicted felon. Some people will hire you and some people won't. And so now it's still a struggle. It still is a struggle. And so we have to start 9 times out of 10, I would say 7 out of 10 people start with entrepreneur. They become
their own business.
Their own business, you know,
which is good.
Yeah, and so this is a form of getting themselves up, trying to help, and we have nowhere to turn. You know, if they do hire us, they don't give us our productive higher wage. They hire us at a minimum wage.
Which is now everyone needs to really check the minimum wage, because soon it will be against the law.
Right.
Because, okay, so some people are saying, well, Roxy, why are you doing this show? You know why? Everybody's important. Everybody's somebody. Everybody got some skeletons in their closet. Your skeletons might fit in the kitchen drawer. Some skeletons might fit in a closet. My skeletons might fit in a Boeing 747. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. And no one should be restricted from not being able to move forward. Because if a man or a woman goes ahead and goes to prison and they come out and they want to make a new start and a fresh start, and we in society refuse to help them. It's not that we don't want to, we refuse to help them. What happens? The cycle continues and continues and continues. And I don't think it's fair. And I don't think, now that I'm going to say this, you might not agree with me, but again, it's my show. But I believe certain sex offenders, I have no tolerance for that. I have no tolerance for that. You hurt a child, you sexually abuse somebody, I have no tolerance for that. So this, bye-bye, you're right, Cliff. Yeah. This has nothing, this conversation is not for you.
Right.
This conversation is for someone that crashed a vehicle with someone at homicide. They got put away. This is for someone that was trying to make some fast money because they didn't want to go to school, didn't have the opportunity to go for school. I'm not making excuses. Decided to do some fast money and sell some weed, which right now you can go to a corner shop with a prescription from your doctor and you can get it. So let's be real here. What was considered 25, 35, 50 years, I can go to Prima Vista and US 1 to a store that they just opened up, and I can go buy some if I have a prescription. We had the doctor here.
Yeah,
we had Dr. McCain here that talked about prescriptions. You can get it. So this is $1 billion industry now that the government has got it, so they can get it in the weed trade, and now they've made the weed trade legal. I've gone off topic, haven't I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've gone off topic. But what we're trying to say is that people that they've put into prison now are the same things that they're selling legally. So shame on you if you're talking about, oh, well, they did what they did. Stop it, because now the government has made it legal. Okay? Right. So we have someone that's done something, they've come out, and now they want to better their life. They want to do better. And a lot of businesses, because I deal with a lot of people, Roxy, are they hiring? Can you help me find a job? I have businesses come and say to me, Roxy, we're looking for people. What are you looking for? They got to have a clean background. I understand in certain jobs you got to have a clean background, right. But I'm going to let you know what they say right after this message from our beautiful sponsor.
And hey, don't touch the dial. We'll be
If you want to hear what they tell me, we'll be right back with CARE-OLOGY Radio Show, which is caring for our community, with Dr. Geraldine Harrell with Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
You got it.
I got it. I'll be right back after these messages. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service, from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. How would you like to win a Lexus UX 200 with taxes paid? No car payment. That sounds terrific. Go to givecarebag.com. All proceeds go to help our local nonprofit CareBag Incorporated, where they provide access to proper hygiene to those in our community in need. We also have 2 additional prizes. Go to givecarebag.com to find out how you could win a beautiful 2021 Lexus UX 200. No lease, taxes paid. Drawing December 17th, 2021.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
And now back to CARE-OLOGY. Once again, here's Roxy.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in with us. And if you are just tuning in, my name is Roxy, and you are listening to CARE-OLOGY Radio Show, where we are the science of caring. And my guest today is Dr. Geraldine Harrell, and she is working with the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. And we're talking about felons that come out of prison. What are their rights? How do they get back into society? How do they become productive individuals that can go ahead and have the American dream like everyone else? Buy a home, get a nice car, go on vacation. So the question that I had posed before we went ahead off was, when I talk to a lot of businesses and they say, Roxy, we're looking for people, can you help us? We're dealing with a lot of people. I say, what are you looking for? Well, we're looking for individuals that would work, the wages are good, but we need a clean background. So a lot of the individuals that I am dealing with, the majority of them are homeless. They're struggling through some kind of problem. 9 times out of 10, if you're living within the bushes of the St. Lucie, within the Treasure Coast, 9 times out of 10, you do not have a squeaky clean background. So where day labor is day labor. Day labor is not a career. Day labor is not the avenue to the American dream. So we need, as a society, as a community, to do a little better to say, what are we going to do? Everyone has something. Yours might not be that big, but maybe you, this is what I tell some people, Cliff, maybe you just didn't get caught. Hello.
Throw the rock and hide your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you just didn't get caught. The next person did, so it was just the luck of the draw. Some people just got lucky. Some people didn't. So one of the questions we have on our social media, Dr. Geraldine, this goes to you. It said, and this is from our Jet, our #1 top fan. Whatever happened to Michael Bloomberg's promise to pay all fines and fees to restore voting rights for Florida felons? Has anyone in your organization contacted him about this yet?
Okay, thank you, Jed, for the question. We have a department called Fees and Fines.
Okay.
And what we do, we take down information and we put it into the portal, and we reach out to make sure that person has, we have the correct contact, and we follow through by asking them a series of questions. It takes a process time for us to take care of this. We got to walk through different courts, different counties, into the clerk office to find out what is the cost of the fee. We have many people that put into the fees and fines. Mr. Bloomberg, lots of NBA, NFL. We running over with some money, okay? But yet and still, there's plenty money that's owed out.
That's sold out.
Right. And so as far as them being contacted, I went through the course where there was a proper procedure, and every level gets cut down.
Okay.
Okay. And so I couldn't give them an itemized time framing as for
But it's a process.
But the process is firstly making sure that this individual still owes these fines.
Okay.
And then fees and fine have this hardship that it comes down to making sure everything is clear through the legal department. So based on that, once it leaves my hands, it goes into fees and fines.
Okay.
And so I can only I can follow up, but I'm like technically in fees and fines department. I'm just an organizer on the floor, reaching out to people, making sure that we're supplying what we say we're going to be able to give the resources and funds to.
Okay. So everyone knows I did a little research. And what I found out is that after you're completed sentenced, you have to find out that all conditions have been met, which is probation, parole, community control, and conditional release.
Right.
And they said they said that you have to wait 8 years. Is that correct?
No, not now.
No?
Back,
For the
back-
gun, to go ahead and get a gun right, I think they
Oh,
said 8
okay.
rays. But
Okay.
what about to restore rights? How long does that take once everything has been, all the conditions have been met? How long does that take?
I think once your fees and fines has been paid, you are. I say within. I give it 45 days. Once it's gone through the legal court,
system.
right? Your rights are being restored.
Okay.
We all need that second chance.
Yes.
We all need that second chance. I'm a product of second chance. Okay, I did time. I wanted the opportunity to show myself, and now at every level that I am at now, I assist in every organization. I'm trying to
She
help.
sure does.
I try to help assist our community that we can have reduce recidivism, make our public safe, our community safe. I try to give opportunity to testify and let people know that there is opportunity. You just have to wait sometime longer than others, but don't give up on hope.
Don't give up on it. I love that. Not to give up on it. So this is another question. Can there sometimes be an outstanding restitution for a victim that is missed? And if it's missed, do they take those rights back?
The restitution on that behalf, we have a team we call the Senior League. They sit to the table where they sit there and they works with clemency and the restitution.
Okay.
Because there's another form that would go to another level. And with restitution, the cost of it is extremely high.
Okay, so if anyone doesn't understand what clemency is, let me explain clemency. Clemency is the constitutional authorized process that provides the means which convicted felons may be considered for relief from punishment and seek restoration of their civil rights. The clemency function is an act of mercy that absolves an individual from all or any part of the punishment that the law imposes. This is the power to grant full or conditional pardons or commute punishment. If an individual was adjudicated delinquent of any offense as a juvenile and not adjudicated guilty in an adult court, that person is not eligible for any form of clemency. There are rules for this procedure, and these powers to grant clemency are vested in the governor with the agreement of 2 cabinet members who are also statewide elective officials. The governor also has the sole power to deny clemency. So there are different levels of clemency. Am I correct in that so far?
Correct.
Oh, I do good research,
do.
do I?
Yes, you
oh,
do.
yeah. If you come to me correct on care-ology. Okay, so there are different types of clemency. We have a full pardon, pardon without firearm authority, pardon of misdemeanor, communication of sentence, remission of fines and forfeits, specific authority to own, possess, or use a firearm. And I think there's one more, which is what we're talking about, restoration of civil rights in Florida. Like I said, we're only talking about Florida. So because I'm looking here and I see people that are from different states or from different countries. Right now, this is only Florida. But you know that most of these will deal with other states also.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
And being that, with the clemency, and it's so funny that, you got thousands of people on the waiting list for clemency, and you only get a third of them in hearing.
Wow.
And you only get a portion of them to get clemency. Our director, head lead, a visionary for Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, Desmond Meade, he went in for clemency. After all that work that he was doing, he got denied.
Florida is a tough state. Cliff's face is just like, whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Cliff.
Well, some states don't want to put up with it.
Yeah.
Like Texas, for instance, you don't get very many pardons for murderers out of
No.
Texas, because Texas is serious.
Sarah, they want to fry you.
They
in the
don't
chair.
like murderers.
Yeah.
And a lot of Well, what it's basically all about is people love to hold grudges. It's their pet peeve.
Yeah, and especially Florida, we got a problem. You know what? It's all right if you break into a building and say you want to hang people and do all kind of stuff, you know. But if you, I'm not gonna. I told you we're not gonna get political.
Right.
I'm just gonna say if you break into a building and do all, you know, and
And
say
we've-
what
we've
you want
all
to
seen
say,
it, yeah.
and we've seen it. And you want to excuse those individuals, but if someone at a young age, a lot of people have made mistakes and stupid mistakes. For I have people come into my office. A young lady came into my office and she called me at 7 something this morning, and I was like, I try not to have an attitude, and my husband's looking at me like, who is that? And she said, ma'am, I need Pampers. She said, I have nowhere else to go. I just need Pampers. And I said, we not open till, this is me, we not open till 10 o'clock. Okay, I'll call back then. I said, no, I'm going to send you where to go, and I'll see you at 10. And she came in at 10. And we had a conversation because someone calling you that early is desperate.
Right.
And
Oh, yeah.
desperate people for their children
They're
do
desperate things.
desperate things. So I can see it. I can see it beforehand.
Yeah.
So what happened is we ended up having a conversation. I called one of my sponsors that I know are looking to hire individuals, and I said, what does she need to do? They said, this is what she needs to do. And right after she left, within just a short amount of time, I went and right before I got here, I went and I got a text, and this was the text. What does that say?
I finished the application for Lowe's.
I finished the application for Lowe's.
All
So
right.
she's ready. This didn't take her this morning. This didn't take her tonight. She's ready to work. So when you see someone with an opportunity, if we weren't open and she's needing diapers, what was she going to do for 2 kids?
And it's not babies. Babies aren't the only ones that need diapers.
They're not, but this mother she had 2 little ones.
two little
So
ones.
if Care Bag wasn't there, I know I'm digressing, but we're coming back
Yeah.
to you, Dr. Harrell. If Care Bag wasn't there and those babies, she changed the babies right there. Janice was in the office. Those babies needed to be changed. She changed. Now, what about if we weren't there? That means some store she might have had to think of going to go ahead. Somebody catches her. If it's under $200, it's a misdemeanor. If she picked up a little extra stuff over $200, now it's a felony. Okay, so what happens to that? You see what I'm saying? People do stupid things sometimes just for the
of
love of their
desperation.
child, out of desperation.
Yes.
And a lot of these individuals that are caught have done things at a stupid age, at a stupid time, and couldn't have the money to afford a good attorney. See, that's where it comes in. They couldn't afford a good attorney, so this is the predicament they're put in.
Yeah.
So now they get out.
Yeah, and not only that, they're young.
They're young.
And they
Dumb.
young and dumb. I
Young
didn't
and
want to
dumb.
say that one.
No, we can
but-
say it on Care-Ology. You can.
Yeah, and we make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
And this is another part of FRC.
Yeah.
You pick up a felon. Back then, marijuana.
Was a serious crime. Now you can go to
No.
the corner store with a prescription or sometimes without and just buy it. Come on, let's wake up. You know what? We're going to open the lines, Cliff. Usually I don't, but we're going to open the lines if anyone wants to call in. You can call in at 772-349-1590.
340.
34 oh, I'm sorry. 772-340 1590 1590. If you have a comment or a suggestion you'd like to make that is very respectful, we would love to hear from you. If it's not respectful, please don't call, because we're not going to take your call.
We're talking about people who've
People's
already done their
rights.
time and
Yes.
they paid back their debt
That
to
is correct.
society.
That okay?
And
You
want-
know what? And you
and
know
want,
what?
and want a second chance.
Chance.
Yeah.
Want
That's
a
it.
chance to say, listen, I did wrong. I done did my time.
Yeah.
I done paid my debt. Just give me a job where I can
Support
make
my family.
Support my
Yes,
family.
and add to. Not only are you. So
Let
this
me
is how
vote.
it works. You get a second chance. You get a job. So that means when you get a job, and let's say everything happens and you get the American dream, you need a lawn man. You need to go to the store to buy what you need for your home. Your car needs to be fixed when it's down. You need to go to the grocery store. Your kids need to go to school. You now become a productive individual in society, instead of sitting down and waiting for a check from the government.
Hello.
Because hello, thank you. Because individuals that want their rights restored, they want to do something with their life. So that means they want to be productive. So if you have someone productive, what does that mean? They want to go ahead and give back into society instead of sitting down and looking and twiddling their thumbs to go nowhere and waiting on a check at the beginning or the middle of the month.
Also, Roxy, we have these young men as well as females. They are desperately looking for jobs.
Oh yes, I know. I see them every day. I
They're
know.
they're in temp
Positions, yeah.
right, and they're going through here just working day after day in these temporary
And no
services.
no insurance,
No
no
insurance.
benefits, no nothing because
Trying
that's
to get there.
temporary.
Yeah,
That's it.
If affordable, you can't find affordable housing.
no, you can't.
We can't find anybody that will really give them an opportunity for a second chance to work, for them to prove themselves. There's different resources, lots of resources out there that we can connect to, that we can partner with, that we can be supportive, and we can help build our community, help build our county, because that's what they need.
Yeah. Well, you said that right on time. You know what? Thank you. Someone has on our social media. Someone has said if the state passed a law making it illegal for corporations to ask about criminal past, it would change everything. Now, let me just put this. This gentleman is 16 years old. For those that follow CARE-OLOGY and listen, this is from Jet. This is from. They always say the good book says, "Out of the mouth of babes." Okay, I'm gonna say it again. If the
Child should
state,
lead them.
a child should lead them. If the state passed a law making it illegal for corporations to ask about criminal past, it would change everything. We got a moment of silence.
Yes. And I want to know.
You see what I'm saying? I understand you need to know. So you're working in a bank. You're working with diamonds. You're working with jewelry. Certain jobs, I get it. Certain jobs, trust me, I get it. You need to know.
You got to prove yourself by
you have
that
to
point.
prove yourself. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? I understand. But let us get people back to work. Let us get people to a point where they feel that they are contributing. Because let me tell you something. You're paying taxes. Let me tell you something. Whether you got a criminal background or not, they want your money to pay your taxes.
Yes, ma'am.
You want my money to pay my taxes. You want my money to do everything else. But now you don't want to go ahead and give me the chance to go ahead and make a decent living to support my family.
You know, I worked with Sharon Riviera at Restoring Hope Ministry, and our technique is, before the COVID came, to go into the prison just before they get released, take an assessment of these individuals, see do they need mental evaluation, find out what their trades are, find out what their desires. Do they have somewhere to shelter? Find out, do we need to get them home? Find out, do they need a job? We got to get a portfolio of these individuals. Sit there, work on that portfolio. So when that individual step out, he's not stepping out into unknown. He's stepping out into known.
Into know.
Because
Because that's
we're
what CARE
happy.
Back does. We go ahead. A lot of the gentlemen and the women that come out of prison, we give them our CARE bags. And it's not anything grand, people. It's a simple bag with deodorant. For female, it's deodorant, feminine products. We don't know what size underwear, so we sometimes it's a hit or miss. We don't know. With the men, it's simpler. You can put medium or large. You're good. Women, we're a little bit different. Razors, just the basics to get by. But just imagine you come out and only thing you have is a little care bag with just the basics to get by, and you're standing on the street corner and you're looking. What do I do? I'm hungry. Where do I go? The cycle completes itself again. The cycle completes itself again. So now this is strike 2. They finish strike 2 and they come out again. Now they're more professional because let me tell you something. When you sit in a classroom for X amount of years, you learn something. So if you're sitting in prison for X amount of years, guess what? You're learning something.
From other prisoners,
From
how to
other
be
prisoners, how to be a
Better
better thief,
prison.
how to be a better burglar, how to be a better drug dealer, how to be a better something.
Don't you think it would be an incentive for the government to help people get into good paying jobs so they can collect more taxes?
Cliff, you know, back in the days when they was in prison, they had trades.
Their trades.
Yeah,
Now
that's
all
right.
you had is labor workers that's pulling trash off the highway.
They used to make
Pulling
license
gardens.
plates.
Absolutely. They had trade that they could come out and kind
Say,
of
do
be able
something.
to find them a job, some technique, something. You know, now you just
Nothing.
they give you food stamps, but you don't have nowhere to
Cook. if for those of you who
No
are
can
on
opener.
no, if those for those of you who are on radio, you're missing the look on her face when she said they give you food stands but they ain't nowhere to cook. If you could have seen her face, you would be. That's why I'm laughing, for those who can't see, and for those that are on social media. So we're gonna talk about the food stamps they get. Don't answer this. So they get food stamps. They go to the store. They buy their groceries. What do? Don't answer that. We're gonna be right back with CARE-OLOGY, and we're gonna be coming back, and you're gonna be hearing a little bit more about what you do when you come out of prison, and you're gonna hear about our drawing. You're gonna hear about a couple more things right after these important messages from our sponsors. This is Roxy. We'll be back after this message. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service, from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. How would you like to win a Lexus UX200 with taxes paid, no car payment? That sounds terrific. Go to givecarebag.com. All proceeds go to help our local nonprofit CareBag Incorporated, where they provide access to proper hygiene to those in our community in need. We also have 2 additional prizes. Go to givecarebag.com to find out how you could win a beautiful 2021 Lexus UX200. No lease, taxes paid. Drawing December 17th, 2021.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
And now back to CARE-OLOGY once again. Here's Roxy.
Hi, welcome to my house. You like that, right, Cliff?
Roxy's house.
So you just heard that commercial. I just want to touch on thank you, Lexus of the Treasure Coast. They are just unbelievable. I went and I had a nice sit down, Dr. Geraldine. I sat in the car, I touched it, I opened the doors, and that vehicle is so sexy. It is woo! So go to givecarebag.com, go down to Lexus and say, Tina, I want to see the car. Or, I don't want to put everyone's name there. Roxy, why didn't you call my name? Because I can't. So go down there and say you'd like to see the 2021 Lexus UX200 that the drawing is for. It's a beautiful car. On top of you hopefully being able to win a beautiful car, you go ahead and you support a fantastic, fantastic organization that does things right for our community here on the Treasure Coast, and we're all the way also in Palm Beach, and we're just loving our community, loving what we're doing, and we partner with so many nonprofits that we just blend in, and it just makes a wonderful partnership. You do better when you partner together, and that's what we've done. And this here will go ahead and help us. Or if you're not, there's some people say, Roxy, I don't need a car. God bless you. But if you don't need a car and you want to go ahead, please go to givecarebag.com and make a donation to us. I'm pleading and I'm asking you because we are in need of a donation. COVID has really hurt us because Cliff, we kept moving during COVID. We didn't stop. Actually, we increased what we were doing.
We wore our
substantially.
Masks. We set up barricades and
everything.
the little shields that we had in the studio.
Yeah,
those
we did everything that we could, and we kept moving. We actually opened up our brick and mortar August in the middle of the COVID. So I can't believe that we only got 5 minutes left on this show. Wow. So time goes by when you're having fun. So we're gonna go back to the real important question here. They come out, they get food stamps, they go to the grocery store. What can they buy?
Well, basically, they're buying perishable items because they don't have
a stove.
They don't have a stove.
Oven.
They don't have a refrigerator.
So forget about the deli.
Oh,
absolutely out.
Can food stamps buy stuff from the deli?
No.
No, I'm
They
sorry. I
can
don't
buy-
know that.
No,
I'm
if it's
sorry. I'm a
prepared.
little
Cold-
green on that. I'm
Cold
sorry.
sandwiches.
Oh,
Yeah.
cold sandwich.
Yeah,
Cold sandwich.
leftover
Okay.
sandwiches from the subs they might make or something. They put them out in the cooler.
Yeah,
Oh, they can get
Those are okay.
But they can get the subs, the deli sandwiches, or some of the prepaid.
Now you coming out
pre-made.
of prison and you passing all these restaurants and you want a hot meal. Courses of time, people, again, we said people do desperate things in desperate measures. So we got 4 minutes. People got to do desperate things in desperate measures. So Florida Rights Restoration Coalition you got 1 minute, and I'm going to give you the mic for 1 minute to say what you got to say, Dr. Geraldine Harrell.
So we're going to assist you in your fees and fines. If you are a returning citizen and you have a felony, please text fines, FINES, 82623, or you can call 1-877-MY-VOTE-0. We're going to ask you, there's a be operator there, ask you for your name or some information. Give it to them, okay? Please reach out to us. If you're on probation, we're not able to support you at that present time. But once you're off of probation, we can assist you in those fines. So we need to really reach out. Also, we're building chapters in our counties, and we're asking people that returning citizens to please come out. Give us some feedback on what you've been through. Give us some feedback on what you want changed. We working with policies and things in the White House. I'm not in the White House, but in our local legislature. We need to change some policies.
It gets to the White House. Don't stop there. It gets to the White House. Yes.
But you need to congregate ourselves to come up and find some ways that we can know these some things are working on our behalf.
That's right.
So if you don't be a part of it, then you cannot be a solution to it.
Hello.
You cannot sit back on your couch and moan and complain if you don't have a solution. The most effective thing is to be a part of something instead of nothing.
Nothing. So I'm going to thank you Dr. Geraldine, thank you very much for being our guest. And we got to do a part 2 to this.
Yes.
We got to do a part 2 to this. I appreciate you coming out.
You'll be bringing her back then.
That's definitely.
right.
So if she said the number and you didn't have a pen, I'm going to go ahead and put this information out on our social media. It is 1-877-MY-VOTE-0. 877-MY-VOTE-0. You have our care bag information if you need it and you want to get this information. You're driving. We don't want you to ride and drive, or you needed this information for yourself or someone. Get in touch with Care Bag. Just go to Google Care Bag Inc. and you can find our number and we will get that information to you. Again, my name is Roxy, and this has been CARE-OLOGY, the science of caring, and we have been so happy to have you, Dr. Geraldine Harrell. I have learned so much, and I hope anyone within our listening voice on social media or anywhere around that's listening, that this was something to help someone you know. It might help you. If it doesn't help you, it might have helped someone in your family, someone you know, a neighbor that you see sitting down. You're wondering why they're not working. They're big, strapping, and strong. Why is she or why is he not working? It takes a conversation. So we hope that this helped. And join us next week. We have another wonderful show. My name is Roxy. This is CARE-OLOGY. I appreciated you guys listening. Support Care Bag in any way you can. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will be back next week, Tuesday. Everyone, there is a tropical storm coming. Shelter. Get what you need. Be safe, everyone. And we will talk again until next week. Cliff, Dr. Geraldine, thank you. Love you. We'll be back. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening. God bless.
God bless.
The science and art of caring.
There you go. In Roxy's house.
And it's Roxy's house.